Hi, my name is Dave Taylor, and I run an internet radio station called The Masters Mix. And the station has been on the air since around 2003, but it actually started around 1995, 1996, when I used to work for Mix 103.1. Anyway, the station can be found on the web at www.mastersmix.com, and I've got two links to the station on the website with two different speeds. One is an MP3 link, and the other one is for AAC. So if you have a slower connection, dial-up, you can click on the AAC plus one and be able to hear the station. But I've got a full-blown website. Again, it's www.mastersmix.com, and the station can be heard anywhere in the world. And today, with the advent of smartphones like Blackberries, iPhones, Android, now they have radio applications where you can actually listen to internet radio anywhere in the world where there is cell phone service, and you can actually even hear it out in the bush. So that's the very nice thing about internet radio. Plus, it's soon going to be integrated into automobiles as well, and that's going to make internet radio much more attractive, and you can listen to stations all around the world. You can be in the lower 48 and listen to my broadcast for the Masters Mix, or maybe your broadcast. If you're running a station out in the bush, you can transmit around the world, and not just the United States, but to listeners in Europe, Africa, the Middle East, Asia can be able to pick up your station. I know for my station, the Masters Mix, I have regular listeners primarily in Holland, in Europe, and Germany, and England, and I have some listeners in Finland and Sweden as well. I also have some listeners in South Africa, a lot of listeners in South Africa, in Johannesburg and Cape Town who love to tune into the station. Some listeners in Argentina and Brazil tune in. And I also have regular listeners on the East Coast, Florida, for an example, Virginia, Delaware, and New York. Actually, I've had some people who listen to the station who work on Wall Street. As I have a program on my computer where I can look and see where the people are listening from, and I can track and monitor my listeners. And it's amazing to learn where some of these people are tuning in from. And also have a lot of listeners in Oregon, Washington, in California. And I've got about around 10 to 15 listeners who love to tune in from Australia, from Sydney, for an example, and Melbourne, and some other small surrounding towns in Australia. So it's absolutely amazing when you think about it. And you can do this as well if you're interested in starting your own Christian, well, not just Christian radio station, but any station that you would want to broadcast on the internet. It really doesn't cost that much to do. You don't need a broadcast license. Normally, if you're going to set up a broadcast radio station on the air, it can get very, very expensive. Typically, an AM station would cost you about $200,000, and an FM station can cost up to $5 million, depending upon the market and where you're at. But to do an internet station, it can cost you as little as, say, $1,200 to do so. From the time that you buy the computer, get the automation software you need if you're going to do music, a small board, a small microphone, and most important is the internet connection to connect you to the internet. Now, I'm connected through a local provider, and I've got a 1 megabyte upload speed, and your upload speed is what you need to really be concerned about when you do get an internet connection for your internet broadcast. A lot of providers only provide maybe a 186 kilobyte per second upload, which is not very much at all. You need to get as much as you can for your upload, not download, but upload if you're going to run an internet broadcast and expect to be able to have a lot of people log on and not have your station buffer on their receivers. So that's one of the things that you want to do. So mainly all you need is a computer, a monitor, your keyboard and mouse, a router, and your internet connection, and those are the basics, and you're set to go, and because you can actually stream just running Winamp, available free software if you want to do that as well. So there's so many things that you can do to get started on the internet. And if you would like more information, you can always email me, because I've been doing it for a long time, and you can email me at dave@mastersmix.com and ask your questions, and I'll be glad to answer any questions you may have, and I can help you get you started with your internet radio station and to be able to broadcast around the world.
Straight out.
Okay. And then, okay, now we're listening to a regular broadcast station here in town. Now we want to listen to the Master's Mix through my stereo. So I'm going to bring that up. And there it is. Broadcasting from my phone to the car stereo, and I can listen to this anywhere I go.